Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4! It's our free Canada, which is allied to the United States, which is... we're doing nothing. But hopefully at some point, war will break out. We continue to make general preparations. I know we don't have any units in training right now, and mostly the reason for that is the units that we have, the number of divisions we have, we may not need many more than this. Mostly it's going to be about converting them to divisions that need a lot more people, right? Because we have these garrisons in here with 4,000 manpower because they're 4 brigades. Well, we're going to be converting them later to infantry divisions that actually, yeah, look exactly like this, so double the manpower requirement. So, I mean, we probably need a few. Maybe I'm wondering if I should just trade a few regular infantry divisions at this point. Something like, well, we can't have too many. Like, let's say I do one time and do this, yeah, and we quickly run out of the equipment, which is still scheduled for upgrades in a few different places. That's the other thing. We don't have a ton of the level 2 equipment yet. What I think I'm going to do is, tell you what, I will train 2 divisions at a time, but I'm going to put the priority... yeah, like this. I think this priority queue already works this way from top to bottom. So reinforcements will go in first, then upgrades, and then it'll trickle down to the infantry over here. And I think that'll be fine to slowly go and do that. We finished our encryption tech over here, which is nice. We got a 50% boost to decimeter radar. Now, I don't think this boost is specifically for radar. I think it's for anything in electrical. So we'll probably just save it up and apply it to something else just because we do need multiple ranks of radar. I've only been doing 1 before. I really do need to go with more because even though it's 100% coverage, it doesn't give you everything that you want. But right now, I guess we'll get the radar at some point. So tell you what, let's go ahead and grab the level 2. I guess that's fine. I mean, we've got the discount for it, and it's always nice to research things with the discount. The other thing I might do is pull a few people off our west coast over here and add them to the Pacific divisions. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Round that out to a nice 10. The other thing is, while we don't necessarily need that much now, it means there's more people already out in the Pacific for us to redeploy to further islands down the road. Infiltration assault is done. That's 10% less supply consumption, which is really nice. We do want to finish all of this, but I think we're going to get some discounts, so I don't want to overrush that. Oh, it's worth noting, anti-air has, I believe, improved a fair bit in 1.3 as a good way to counter air superiority bonuses in battle. So now all of a sudden this becomes substantially more valuable, considering the fact that we probably won't have air support in most areas. It's something to consider researching. I don't have anything that's better than just the 10% discount anywhere, do I? Oh, 60% over here in Signal Company, right, because of that doctrine we picked. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Signal Company, I don't always use... It's really good in like large stacks where you need to bring in your reinforcements quite quickly. And oh, okay. I was wondering why the game sort of stalled for a second there. That would be why. We are so 100% boned. I'm just saying. Again, yeah, it's a brilliant idea. I'm gonna make a Turbo Germany. While not playing a major power. You know what would be interesting? Turbo Germany when playing as France. Peace conference, there we go. So, they're not even like, it's not even occupied. It's just taken. Now, one of the interesting things to remember is that to cause someone to capitulate, it's only their original home cores that matter. So, if we take the island of Japan, that will basically mean the capitulation of Japan. God damn. So now Germany, well, or the Axis, are going to be able to focus entirely their attention on the Allies. Okay, this is a very alternate World War II, right? Where the United States isn't going to join the Allies because we formed our own faction. And the Comintern capitulated in 1940. What a terrifying alt history that we've got going on here. Limited intervention, Japan's got the Divine Wind going on. Where... Strike the USA, right. Which they may or may not do. Still a little disappointed we didn't get pulled into this war with alongside Greece. But... alright, well, that's the way it is. Speed 5. Planes available in reserve, no template. Yeah, we're producing mechanized equipment, and we don't have a template for it yet. But I'm okay with that. We only got the one being assigned to it, and it's still very slowly building up the efficiency, and it'll be useful later on. Elections. Public demands rearmament. Oh. Yeah, well, totally we're going to do this. Free change to limited conscription. Very nice. Doesn't hurt our various policies. No, I like that a lot. It doesn't hurt our national unity is what I meant to say. That's fantastic. Political power keeps going up. Limited conscription is there, giving us a bunch of manpower. Partial mobilization. We will want Chief of the Army at some point. No. I always like attack, right? More attack is more better. More attack is more better. So let's go and do that. Insufficient resources. I know. God damn it. Rocketry. Oh, this is so bad. Oh. See, that's what we get when, I mean, we've been playing for 4 years, and I haven't, been in any fights. That's what you get when you just get the AI run amok with that giant modifier as well. All right, level 2 Marines. Excellent. And the decimeter radar at the same time. It is 1940. We could go and pick this up, which is probably fine, even if we get infantry discounts later on. There's plenty of room for it. Like, I'm always worried that we're going to get a discount and it's going to run out of relevance. I'm going to take the other engineering company. It's only more entrenchment, so actually, you know what? More recon. Recon's extraordinarily powerful. So getting that capped out is going to be huge. Signal Company 1 is done. More of these hospitals. We're going to want all this support tech. That's going to be all right. Someone declare war on us. God damn it. Germany, no national focus set currently. Fighter command. Can the UK hold out? There's our motorized army. First Canadian parachute. That's more airborne technology, which might be handy. Encryption, decryption. The carrier models. And various plane discounts. But we're mostly going to be focused on ground. The Valentine tank. We're going to go and grab that. Get rid of the ahead of time penalty for the armor, actually. That's going to be quite nice. And yeah, we're going to go with a light tank comp. Now, with the light tanks, one of the interesting things we have to decide, we may not go as heavily mechanized. Mechanized equipment is the right speed for a, say you see max speed, 8 kilometers an hour. It's the right speed for medium tanks, I believe. But light tanks go up to 12 kilometers an hour, which I believe is the motorized speed. So you kind of want motorized support with your light tanks. Definitely not as hard, right? Both the medium tanks and the mechanized, yeah, not motorized. Mechanized ones are hardier, whereas the motorized and the light are quite light, lightly armored. Not as much hardness, but they're very, very, very fast. Okay, we've got you in there. I'm gonna get the discount to this in a second, so we'll hold off. We're about in 41, so I could probably go ahead and start this stuff. Oh yeah, that's repair speed, but then that's construction speed. Tell you what, let's go and pick that up. We got the 10% discount. It's not ahead of time. It's gonna be fine, and then we'll rip through the other industrial techs at that point. Listen, America, I hope that you're building a crap ton of stuff, because we're gonna need it. I hope you have a navy to devastate the universe. Japan, what do you have to? Convoy protection. Meanwhile, ships. We've got our destroyers there coming in, joining the Pacific Squadron, which is now up to 4 destroyers. Again, for plan, take these islands here. Maintain a bit of a foothold, deny some of the Japanese bases. And just hope that it works out. Looks like we've got another big wave of units coming in there. Planes in reserve. And we don't have any in the queue right now. Mostly because I don't really have, like, tech that would make it relevant. There you go. Slowly building a few light tanks. Those are going to be replaced with some newer ones later, but it's still going to factor in. It's nice to be able to take advantage of the efficiency. If we do get any more military factories anytime soon, I think what I need to do is get a little bit more infantry equipment going on. Yeah. I think that will be the way that it goes. And speaking of construction, what do we got? Oh, yeah, some more naval yards, which is going to be very handy. And a couple more military factories coming in as well. Yeah, that's all going to be good. And here we are, going to be hitting 1941. And we're still not in a war. Valentine tank. Hopefully that works out timing-wise. Yeah, I guess I can save up some of the tech, but no, I think the tank's going to finish first anyway, so it's going to be fine. And Chuko, New Mongol Empire, Japan, German Reich, Greece has capitulated. Well, that's because you didn't ask me for help, buddy. You could have, but you didn't. So I suspect that now the Axis are going to go and rip through all of Africa. I mean, the United Kingdom's still got a presence there, which is good, and they've still got the Suez, but barely, because I think the Suez Canal... I don't remember what provinces you need to know. Maybe you need to own on both sides. I'm not sure. So I don't know who's allowed to use the Suez Canal right now, if anyone. Oh, God. It's bad. And here we are. Isolationist, non-interventionist Americas. Yeah, well, neutrality's not really going to cut it in the long run. What are you doing? Advanced Mahanian Doctrine. I don't know what that is. Oh, right here. Oh, Base Strike Doctrine. Okay. Valentine Tank. Excellent. We will go and... discount to encryption, decryption. You know what? Let's go and get a little bit of the oil in here. That's going to be fine. We can deploy these units. Oh, yes. Let's go ahead and set them up. Probably to deploy in the west. We'll get them to deploy in Vancouver over here. I think now that I've said it, they will deploy. I don't remember. Maybe I do have to hit the button. I'm not sure. So they'll start their next one. That's okay. We still have upgrades coming in, so that's also just fine. All right, so you've got that. Good. United States, you've got that. German Reich, U-boat effort. United Kingdom, Benelux intervention. It's a little late for that, buddy. Fortress Japan. Just attack the U.S. Do it. Do it. You should start taunting these people. Can't declare war on the Allies. I think we'll have to do another democratic run after that, but as part of the Allies. Maybe France, something like that. France against the Turbo Germans. That would be a hell of a challenge. Holy cow. But it might be possible. Especially if we, like, stay a part of the Allies as well. You know, hold things. They've got that Dunkirk movie coming out. Maybe we don't need a Dunkirk. It looks like there was a little red ticky thing. Oh, there's a little channel here. Okay, that's what's going on there. I just saw the red mark and I was like, what's going on? Well, still at speed 5. I know, this is such an exciting Let's Play. I mean, there's probably something I could do. But as a democratic power, your hands are really tied. Really tied. Chief of the Navy, absolutely. And... let's take the sub-detection. It's actually going to be great. Okay, good. You're done that, which means now I can do the... Oh, Valentine, yeah, it's not even about the ahead-of-time penalty. It's about the research time reduction. I was thinking it's another 1944 tech, but it's not. So we'll get the next level light tank. Well, political capital. Some army experience. At some point I need to do some revisiting of the... I think of the Marine groups. Tweak them. It would be nice if I had enough experience to really make a good variant of the Valentine tank, but I don't think that's going to be in the cards. Polymer Corporation. U.S. is definitely putting out more stuff. But what are you going to do with it? Destroyers for bases? Fortress Japan. U-boat effort. Right, you're still doing the Benelux thing. Recon Company 2. So, yes, 41, we need to make sure to get these industries up and running. I mean, we're not even up to, like, enough civilian factories to max out one of my production lines. Although part of that is because we are importing some stuff. Greater production efficiency cap. French Commune pursues nuclear technology. British Parliament intervention. Development in Australia. Australia's gone, man. You're going to be developing stuff in places that aren't particularly where you want to develop. Befriend Romania. Synthetic oil focus. Oi! Oi! Let's go to war, goddammit. Tired of sitting around. Although, Australia's capitulated. See, UK? See what I just said? In a sense, the longer it takes, the more powerful the US gets. Because they have the resources and the industrial might that, over time, they get more and more powerful. Well, that would normally be the case, except for the fact that, you know, Germany and Japan have just, like, quintupled in size or something like that. I mean, the territory Japan got wasn't entirely super valuable. It's pretty low development. But Germany got a lot of, like, all the actual industrial base from the Soviet Union. Valentine is done. Great. We're going to go and also get the Bishop variant over here, which is the self-propelled artillery. And you are going to switch up to the Valentine. Like so. Thank you very much. And just because otherwise I'll forget, I'm going to queue up the light self-propelled artillery, but I won't, there's no actual factories assigned to it yet. But then I'll be prompted that I'm doing something obsolete. Construction 3 is done. Fall of Cairo. More construction speed. Sure. God damn it, what kind of world did I create? German Reich is very large. Come on, just bring the war. Speed 5 is not speedy enough. I think it's because it's got to calculate all the combats. Polymorph Corp is done. Yeah, I was going to go send in the zombies for manpower, which I probably still will. Well, let's get a few more research discounts. And finish our tree. At least at a certain point, we can start playing around with those repeating ones. For all I know, they're better. Let's see here. Production cost discounts. Oh, it's just while this is on, remains active until you change focus. I see. I see. Yeah, no. We're not interested in doing any of those, at least not now. Later on, maybe we'll go division training time or something. But right now, our problem is not enough divisions or anything like that. It's, I don't know, not enough people to kill. Hold off on the radar. Surprised the US doesn't have more of these. Not getting as many minus 10% discounts as I'd hoped. Well, tying myself to the US has definitely made things a lot more boring. But at some point things will shake up. There's no doubt about it. It's just a question of when one of the other major powers pulls the trigger. That's one of the problems with playing a lesser power, like a secondary power, I should say, is that it's not just about increasing the game's difficulty. It's about it's not just increasing the game's difficulty, it's about wickedly decreasing your ability to make game choices. You know? I mean, if we went fascist or communist, then there could be a hell of a lot of crazy-ass stuff going on here with the United States. But if we're staying democratic, there's really nothing we can do there. Wait, what? Did they take some... What the hell? Someone must have done something that swapped stuff. Craft production, strategic air effort, submarine effort. Come on. Pearl Harbor us. It's not like I'm advancing wickedly in strength along the way here. I mean, I did build a few more naval yards, that's true, so we're producing destroyers a little faster. Well, where we would be if we had all our stuff, which we don't really. Yeah, I think I'm going to change, next thing I'm going to change my my trade laws. You know, we took advantage of the research bonus. Oh, that's interesting. there even... Oh, there is a naval base up there. Huh. I don't think I ever noticed that in any of my invasions. I don't think it mattered. But it is interesting. But it does feel like Germany's still unable to go and invade the UK. For whatever that's worth. Not sure it's worth much, but it is, you know, there. Oh, we have enough points. Let's modify. So we're going to drop down to export focus. Not a huge change, but it's a change. And yeah, it will open up more resources for us. So we have the aluminum surplus. We still need more oil and steel. I'm not sure I'm going to give up any more factories, though. Camp X. So I don't want the carrier discount. And again, the air stuff I'm not too terribly worried about. Getting a bunch of free radars on the west coast wouldn't be bad. I don't know if you guys can hear Bella upstairs. Someone at the door. She's not happy. Well, I guess I should have just gotten this ages ago. Because, I mean, once we start the battle, I'm going to be pissed that I don't have manpower. But right now, you know what? The production would have been much, much, much more valuable much earlier. Poop. Poop. Come on. Just start a war. This is a war game. Someone forgot to tell the game that this is a war game. Yeah, we're definitely going to be starting another run after this one as a much, much more interesting setup. I'll have to do Canada again at some point as fascist or communist. But I really want to play a democratic nation to break up the pattern that we had going on. And I've been wanting to play Canada because it's my home nation, but this was the wrong way to go. I mean, I guess if I'd stayed in the Allies, it would have been a little bit more interesting. But, okay, we're going to put a cut in here because I've got to go and, like, get Bella to settle down. There's someone at the door, so she's flipping her shit. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.